The Blue Origin space launch was a Sophianic womb hijack. It was essentially a Saturnic occult ritual, a Schmex ritual, a sex magic ritual. And it was done to basically to hijack the Sophianic frequencies and the crystalline frequencies, as well as to mimic the Sophia, the rise of Sophia. They wanted to interfere with those control grids and the grid matrix, and they wanted to divert the collective frequency and the collective energy, which was a harvesting ritual, in order to divert the energy to power their false satanic saturnic grids. They also wanted to hijack the collective womb matrix and rewrite the codes in the womb matrix so that it could be inverted again during this time of ascension, because they want to control the ascension narrative. So they also mimicked the divine feminine. They are mimicking the star priestesses, and they are putting these beings in and posing them as if they are the galactic beings, when in fact they are inverted dark magic witches and warlocks. This video, of course, is for entertainment purposes only. It may not be considered true based on who's watching it and how they perceive it. It's just information that I am picking up through the energy field and through my own channel. Essentially, this launch was a battle between the true crystalline galactic star priestesses and these inverted AI synthetic posers, as I mentioned before in my last video, who want to control the ascension narrative and also want to hijack all of the frequency and the energy of the true throne kings and queens that are grailed. These are basically astral hijackers that are trying to reverse the divine feminine frequency and to divert the collective consciousness into a fallen false matrix, again, to hold power and control over the collective, to invert and disrupt the crystalline frequencies, and to continue holding on to power that was never given to them. They are not anointed beings, they are posers. This cloaked ritual, this Saturnic ritual, was done by feminines who I believe may or may not have known. I think that there were a couple that did know that they were hijacking these frequencies, but I think that some of them are unknowing, or at least they're too unconscious to understand that they are being used for these Saturnic rituals that are being propagated by patriarchal characters behind the scenes, some astral hijackers also. And this is on an energetic level a form of grape to the collective cosmic womb. This event wasn't about a feminine empowerment. It was about installing synthetic feminine frequency into the grid. You have to remember that everything is dark and light, and so on all things there is a positive version and a negative version of things that are being done in order to corrupt your matrix, your crystalline Cathara being, and to divert your frequency into a lower timeline instead of into the true ascension timeline. So again, you have to understand that these beings, these are very powerful beings who run and control large AI companies, who run and control large systems, and also who control the quote unquote space systems in our Earth. They again have always been trying to hijack the ascension portal and always been trying to hijack the keys to the stargates so that they can access the higher dimensions without the divine's permission. This ritual, cloaked in celebrity light, is designed to deter your attention from what's really going on so that you can't see the hijack that they have there, and the fact that they again are looshing the collective energy to fuel and power them. Again, trying to still the rise of Sophia. You can see the shape of the rocket, how it looks, And imagine now what they're doing in this ritual as they are performing a ritual, especially during the time of Easter, which is the time of both death and rebirth, the rebirth into the new, and also it's a time of fertility. So many worship Ishtar, especially those in the occult realms, are worshiping Ishtar in this time, which is a fertility ritual, which can be considered a very positive thing, but not when it's done by Saturnic beings. A lot of channelers out there are tapping into a 4D lower astral grid related to this subject, and they're seeing and saying things that really aren't accurate or aren't at least all the way true. So it's very important that you also stay conscientious and use discernment in what you're tapping into and what you're hearing, listening, and accepting as truth. These beings in this ritual are manufactured leaders. They have hijacked again the divine feminine template, and they are attempting essentially to dethrone the true divine feminine and divine masculine grail kings and queens. They're trying to create a synthetic ascension using false star priestess coding to override and suppress the Sophianic frequencies. So, in short, this is a ritual that's being done using sex magic during the time of Easter or Ishtar, which is a fertility season. It's a harvesting ritual, it's an energy harvesting ritual, and it's being done to hijack the true divine anointed kings and queens that have come in as galactic crystalline star beings to guide the path through ascension. I connected to the Hathor beings during the time that I was downloading this information and processing what it means to us as a collective. The Hathor beings have asked me to do a collective energy clearing and a collective download transmission for anybody who feels called to join. We're going to be doing personal womb clearing, we're going to be doing a collective womb clearing, and we're going to be doing a cosmic womb clearing as we channel the Hathors to work through clearing these grid lines so that we can undo some of the damage to the frequencies that were done, so that we can restore again the divine feminine and the Sophianic frequencies and correct any of that in your Cathara grids. So if you're feeling called to that, it's going to be tomorrow, Wednesday at 6 o'clock. It's a Hathor channeling and clearing and a transmission to clear out all of the womb energy that was infected in your grids. If you feel called to this work, feel free to reach out to me and I'll give you a link to join. It's a private clearing. I hope that helped. I'll see you guys next time.